Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly, and man, I don't know. It seems like we're off to a bad start this week because of what's going on in Las Vegas right now. If you haven't heard, Adam Schefter was on Pat McAfee's show, and he was talking about the Niners are pissed off about the field conditions. So check that out, this little interview right here with Pat McAfee, and we'll talk about this, man.
Have you seen this stuff about the San Francisco 49ers equipment crew potentially saying that the grass at the UNLV facility, which is beautiful. We've seen the photos of the new $230 million or $30-some million facility UNLV has. And the firmness of the natural grass is not exactly what the San Francisco 49ers want. And this was reported by Jonathan Jones of CBS Sports. And then there was another statement that came out basically from the NFL that was like, it's not a health and safety issue. It's simply a preference issue for the San Francisco 49ers. Is this all just a bunch of bullshit here, Super Bowl week? And do you think this is actually going to be an issue with the Niners and where they're practicing at all week?
Well, I can tell you, having spoken to various Niners people already, they don't seem particularly pleased. Now, they're going to be on the practice field for the first time today at noon Pacific, but there already have been complaints that there are seams in the practice field, that it feels like they're walking around on a sponge. I guess the NFL last week laid sod on top of the field turf, and this has nothing to do with UNLV. UNLV is kind of an innocent bystander in this. And the league has rules or bylaws or procedures that are set up that call for the Super Bowl practice fields to be checked out and mandated by December. And last week, they're laying the turf on there. Now, the league is saying it's not a player's safety health issue, not in violation, all those things. That's fine. I can tell you the Niners are not happy with the practice conditions of that field that the league is in charge of maintaining. Anyway, they're not happy about having to practice on this field. And so the Chiefs are practicing at the Raiders practice facility. Now, there are scores that are assigned to practice fields, and the average score should be in the mid to high 70s. And the Raiders practice field, where the Chiefs are practicing, is at an 80. And the Niners believe that their practice field, that the average score is in the 50s. So they feel like it's a hazard and a disadvantage. Now, they're going to step on the field today. We'll see what the players say, but they're not happy about where they're practicing. I can tell you that.
All right, so definitely a distraction, definitely BS, man. What's going on here? If Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch are dissatisfied with the field, something is up, man. Something's up. Don't call me a conspiracy theorist or any of that, but come on, dude. If these guys are like sinking in the field, on the field, what the heck is up, man? Why is this happening? To me, man, I don't know. What can you say? What can you say is going on? Are they trying to rig this thing? I don't know. But the fact is, John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, especially Kyle Shanahan, after games, he never blames the refs. If you watch his post-game shows, he's never out there, oh man, screw the refs, that was a baloney call. Even the Super Bowl in 2020, he never said, oh man, that was holding, Nick Bosa was held. He never said that. He never went that direction. So the fact that this happens, I don't know, man. I'm just looking at some videos on TikTok, and they're like, well, first of all, the KC, there's where they're staying, it's a better hotel. It's closer to their facility. The Niners have to travel further to their train where they practice, which is, that right there is not good. And now the fact that the field sucks is like, who's played football and they played on a bad field? Like, that's like the worst thing ever, man. When you're just on the worst field ever, that changes everything. That's why when we always do our practices, man, we try to find the best field. We're going to field for field, try to find a good field. And if the NFL can't provide that, it's like, come on, like, what the hell? Do you want Swift to win? Do you want Taylor Swift to win? So Travis Kelce proposed to her after the game. I don't know, man. I don't want to sound all sour grapes. But man, this right here, if Kyle Shanahan's pissed off about this, John Lynch and everybody, and because remember, the NFL, they're in charge of this. They're the ones that are in charge of having the fields ready to go. And I don't know, man. To me, the way it was looking this week, it was actually looking better for the 49ers. Why? Because what happened yesterday that everyone was talking about, Pat Mahomes' dad, he got the third DUI. He's facing time in prison, and that stuff is a distraction. Say what you want, that stuff is a distraction. The fact that, remember when the Chiefs went to the Super Bowl and went up against the Bucks? Remember what happened with Andy Reid's son? How he had the DUI and he got in the crash and almost killed someone. And that's all everyone talked about on Super Bowl weekend. And that was one of the hottest teams ever. They were 14-1 when Patrick Mahomes started. That last week, I think they had a bye week. They didn't play their guys, so they were on fire. And they had already played the Bucks earlier that season. They killed them. But when that happened, it seemed like that's all everyone talked about. And it kind of, the Bucks, man, they killed the Chiefs that Super Bowl. And everyone was talking about what about Andy Reid's son? Distraction. Oakland Raiders, when they were in the Super Bowl, remember when they were in the Super Bowl in 2001, and they had their dumbass offensive linemen go out to Mexico and get all hot, drunk, and do probably drugs, I don't know. And then he comes back, and then there was a big fight between Callahan and Al Davis, and Al Davis like, no, he's playing, and that's all everyone talked about, man. The offensive line took off to Mexico to go on the bench, and they got their ass kicked, man. They got their ass kicked. Even last year for the Niners, what happened in between that week with going up into the Eagles? Remember what happened with Charles Omenihu? Charles Omenihu came out and allegedly, beat up his girlfriend, and that sucked because I remember reporters asking the Niners about that, like, oh my gosh, what a distraction. So going into it, I was thinking, oh man, this is actually, obviously you don't want no one getting a DUI or none of that crap, but that's a huge distraction for the Chiefs. Now the Niners have their own distraction, and it's a damn field. So I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like give and take, man. It's give and take with what's going on here. So I just don't get how in the hell are you going to let the field, because NFL's, they're in charge of it. How can you let the field be all crappy for the Super Bowl? Like, you're in charge of that. I mean, all these people out there saying that they want the Chiefs to win and all. It's like, come on, dude. What the hell are you guys doing? And they have a perfect crew. They got the perfect crew for the Chiefs too. Bill Venom, whatever the heck his name, the dude that doesn't call holding penalties, even though the Chiefs' two offensive tackles, they hold like crazy. Like, those two guys love holding, and you have the guy that doesn't like calling holding penalties. So it's like, oh man. So I don't know. Hopefully this right here sparks the Niners, like, and Kyle Shanahan, someone does a speech. Like, dude, they have it against us. Like, they have this game against us, and we have to go out there and beat the crap out of them. It's us versus the world, They want that Super Bowl ending with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. She's flying all the way back from Japan the night before to make it to the Super Bowl. And NFL loves the fact that I heard that she generated, 30 something million, or I don't know, was it $1 billion for the NFL this year because of all the games she's gone to and the publicity it's got for the NFL. So, if I'm someone making that speech, I'm like, dude, it's us versus them, the NFL. So we have things that are going against our way, man. They gave us the crappy hotel. They gave us a crappy field. They gave them the ref that's perfect for the Chiefs. So all these things happening. I mean, sometimes you just got to use it as motivation. You got to use it as motivation. So any Niners out there, man, listening, come on, dude. They want it for the Chiefs, man. They want them. They want that dynasty. They want that next Tom Brady that's going to carry the NFL for the next 10, 15 years. Don't let it happen, man. Do not let it happen, man. Get these guys back. No matter what they're trying to do to us, take that Super Bowl ring away. No, man. You saw those Niner fans, everyone out there, all of us in the rain, man, watching the team leave Levi Stadium. It's because we have the best fan base in the world, man. Do it, man. Get that 6th ring, man. Be on top. No matter what they're trying to do. No matter what they're trying to do. Nah, man. Don't let it happen. Go out there and don't even give him a chance. You know, despite all this stuff that's going on, don't even give him a chance, man. But that's what I got, man. Let me know if you think about this whole situation. Fieldgate. Do you think it's just a coincidence that the field sucks? Or, man, the NFL has it all planned out? Let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Talk to you next time.